Zach and a few other young people, and some of the guys that played with Brandon. You go fun, go fun, go fun. You don't have to be hungry, but then they can go when they have time, go visit some of the Leos and Lions, and become role models. Look up. Because a lot of the kids today have no role models, and they can identify. I mean, and Brandon liked the idea. Well, at first he didn't like the idea because he's too busy, right? But he said, okay, I'll do it. Because mom and dad said, okay, just do it. And Uncle Gary said, try to do it.
I'm not sure in Colorado, but in Tri-City, they have to go to a lot of different events and fundraising, and I guess to Whole Foods Home and Children's Hospital, and it's part of the community, right? So they do a lot of involvement into the community, which is great, right? So they teach them how lucky they are, themselves, and how exactly.
Because that's what's going to happen when you hit the big leagues anyway. NHL, I mean, everybody goes out. Everybody's expected to go out to Children's Hospital.
Right.
It doesn't matter what city you're in. You just get used to it.
Well, it's just not that. Chinese Canadians in sports is a very recent phenomenon. Right?
Yeah.
And so you're the fourth Chinese Canadian to play at this level. So if you get into the draft, you'll be the fourth. There's one American. He's part Native Indian, part Chinese.
Oh, okay, who's that?
I think it's Mike Wong or something like that.
Recently?
Oh no, a little bit further back.
Yeah, further back.
So, but there's two before Brandon. There's what's his name? Larry Kong.
Larry Kong was the very first one.
Actually, I've written about him over
If you could read the email that you sent over, that was really interesting.
This is much more extensive. About him. But Larry was the first guy. He only played for a few minutes. It's just a novelty. Just go out there and just do a quick shift, and then they just run back in the minors. But he had a long history. He actually went and coached. He went to Europe and so on.
He coached tennis, right? I looked at it.
I mean, not being in the NHL, he still had a good hockey career.
Oh yeah, no, he Trails Peters, he was one of the top scorers. He was like in the Trails years, on the lower leagues, he was like one of the top scorers. But, you don't have the size. So,
you gotta have the size.
But those days, the leagues were so small, and you weren't paid too much anyhow. So I mean, it was really hard to squeeze anybody. But then there was Peter Ing. Peter actually, he was a goalie.
That's
right. He was really interesting because he played one season with the Maple Leafs, because the Maple Leafs was having such a bad time that he was a third backup, and he ended up playing starting. And he actually did really well. He did exceptionally well, but they dismantled the team afterwards, and he got traded to Edmonton. And then I think Edmonton tried to kind of lowball him, and they had a contract signed. Sometimes people don't think. They sometimes follow the agents too much. It's your desire to play. When you first start out, you got paid your dues. Don't take as much money, but get out there. If you prove yourself, you're valuable. And the problem sometimes is he got stuck on a contract, and so then he became backup. I think they got it back here or something. Anyways, they got it so that he ended up not playing. So then he ended up minors and just kind of hurt his career. So those are the two. Brandon was the only guy that actually scored a goal.
That's right.
He was able to score a goal in the NHL. But he's also the first guy to score an NHL playoff goal.
That's right.
Yeah.
He scored two. So I mean, he did. He made really, the best of what he was given. He got caught up in December. But he's a smart guy. know, he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think he's got a lot of. So basically, what he's doing is that he's so he'll get into the position, get in the place where he actually can do the best. He may not be the fastest, skater or whatever, but you know, you have to be smart. And a lot of times, you know, how wide the field you can see, what's going on, you know, it's your intelligence that's going to make the difference. Because, you know, basically, there are always going to be people better than you.
Of course.
You know, they're not going to have to, you know, but the thing is that Asians tend to be more nimble, and they think faster. So, you know, and that's one of the things that, that I think will...
Yeah, just have to know what you can do, and just do the best of your ability.
So, so I think that's, I've heard, you know, Gary told me that about you. That's when I first heard about it. And then I started, and then I knew Robert.
Everybody keeps track of who's
and he said that, you know, your kids
who's coming up.
So hey, get together.
How did you find out?
But I'd love to set up sort of like support, because the thing is, like, role models are so hard. I mean, if you can try to name 3 Chinese that you can look up to.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a role model.
Try to name it. You know, if you can name 3, that's pretty amazing. Name 1.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's hard to name somebody that's this is a person in the past that is a real role model. And so in some ways you're a pioneer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So and you're living, breathing, and you're creating history in some way. So it's very significant. I mean, there's a role to play. I mean, I saw a documentary on baseball, about Jackie Robinson.
That's right.
And holy mackerel, because for him to go out there and to play day in, day out, take the abuse, and just believing that he's representing his whole race. You know, I mean, it probably destroyed him, but, you know, on the same hand, it opened the doors for all these other players.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, yeah.
So many